So think about this. Do you appreciate your life for what you have? Now, you probably haven't thought about that in a long time, and not a lot of people have. I'm not here to make you feel bad. If anything, the opposite. I want you to leave here thinking that things as a whole aren't so bad, because really they're not. Things are getting better. Statistically, the last century has been the most peaceful one in history. In fact, we have advanced in our society so much that health issues have gone from famine to obesity. Now, I'm not exactly telling you to stop focusing on problems, because that's how they get solved. But when the negative side is all that's acknowledged, it can make everything out to be worse than it really is. So why is it the bad news is the only news that gets publicly recognized? Well, maybe it's because we feel the need to let people know that there's a problem in the first place. You see posts on the internet and reports on the news all the time that make our world out to be beyond repair. It's hard not to be informed about anything and everything negative that's going on all over. Alternatively, maybe the reason for the constant spotlight of attention on everything bad in the world is because our lives are comfortable. Because our lives are so easy, bad things stand out to us. They're unfamiliar to us, so we feel the need to fix them. This motive is good, though, because it shows that we as humans have a constant desire to fix things. However, negative things, being all that we acknowledge, can lead to the belief that the world is all bad, but it's actually on the contrary. So why is this? Well, we saw less war and crime in 2015 than we did in 2014, and there have been some incredible scientific discoveries over the past few years. Teixobactin, the first new antibiotic in 30 years, was discovered. Bones of a previously unknown human ancestor were discovered in South Africa, and we found water on Mars. So why does the world seem to be going down the drain? Well, because that's all we show people. People don't want to talk about good things because you can't find a solution to them. You can't discuss ways that you think we can find ways to solve them because they aren't broken. So let's celebrate the good stuff. Quality of life has increased, and that includes a reduction in crime rate across North America, and that's even with all the recent shooting sprees that we've heard so much about. According to recent reports, there have been 3,000 less crimes since last year, and 600,000 less than in 1995 in North America. That's a pretty big difference in just about 20 years. There are also far fewer people in poverty and hunger. In fact, that number has gone from 19% to 11% worldwide between 1990 and 2015. There's also good news in the health front. In November of 2015, there were only 4 confirmed cases of Ebola in the 3 African countries at the epicenter of the outbreak. So overall, there has clearly been good things happening, yet despite this, antidepressants are being sold more than ever. Now, I'm not here to provide a groundbreaking solution to this problem, but all we can do as just a favor to ourselves is just remember that there's always something good happening somewhere. When you see news about crime, remember that last year more people died from stomach cancer than murders, manslaughters, and wars worldwide. And while that may sound bad on the cancer front, remember that mortalities by cancer have dropped by 23% since peaking in 1991, according to the American Cancer Society. And while news in the Middle East remains troubling, remember that on the positive side, there has been a ceasefire in Syria that lasted long enough to allow emergency aid workers to get in and start helping families. So, in short, how you see the world is entirely up to you. The good things are happening, it's just your choice whether you want to see them.